sometimes there's this unfortunate time where, you know, you work really hard, you do lots for other people, you put 110% effort in, you feel like you let people down because you're trying really hard and you're being really hard on yourself, and you know, you put yourself under a lot of pressure to get everything right, and you feel constantly, you know, like you're letting people down. It's not a nice feeling, and I think I can speak for myself when I say I can only speak for myself, but you know, there's many people that, you know, do what I do, and you know, you feel like you're letting others down. You put yourself under a lot of pressure to, you know, work really hard and try to get things right the best you can. There are a lot of people that do that, and you know, you put yourself under a lot of pressure to get it right, and I feel like sometimes people are extremely hard on themselves to do so, and they don't really realise how amazing they are at what they do. And I feel like, you know, especially certain individuals that I know deserve a lot more credit than what they get, and they're really hard on themselves when they get things wrong. And you know, it shows that they care even a little bit too much. You know, everyone gets things wrong from time to time, and we all make mistakes. You know, we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves. But I think sometimes the reason we're so hard on ourselves is because, you know, we don't like the appreciation. You know, we're not demanding the, you know, people to show you gratitude and appreciation. But sometimes when you don't see that, and sometimes when you start to worry about, oh, am I letting people down? You know, when you do something nice for someone and they don't, you know, realise it as such, sometimes that sort of, or you're worried they don't like it but they're just pretending to. That's a very common factor of when people start to, you know, give themselves a hard time and worry that, you know, they've let people down. But I think the very simple message is, like, you know, we all need to appreciate each other, because we all have different qualities. Like, everyone is unique in their own way. Yeah, everyone can do different things, and some people can do, you know, absolute incredible things, you know, like the big things, they can change the world. And some people can do the little things that, you know, change a lot. And that's what makes us all, you know, so incredibly incredible at what we do. And I feel like if you don't get appreciated for what you do, then, you know, you shouldn't be doing that then. Or you should be, you know, if you do something nice for someone but yet they don't appreciate it, don't do it for them. You know, it's not a matter of, you know, you do something for someone and if they don't like it, you don't do it, you know, you don't do it again for them. You've done the hard work, you've put all that effort in. If they don't like it, that's their problem. Like, don't let that whole issue of them not appreciating it get you down. And I think some people do need to realise there's not 1,000 people like you in the world. There's not 100 people like you in the world. There's not 10 people like you in the world. There's only one of you. And, you know, you like to give people plenty of opportunities to, you know, we all make mistakes. Sometimes, you know, we don't appreciate someone at first, but then you do realise how, you know, you do start to appreciate it after a while, which is really, you know, that's really important as well. That, you know, even when at, you know, first you don't appreciate it, if you get it right the second time, you learn from the first time. And I think a lot of us take a lot of stuff for granted. You know, we don't realise how much effort certain people put into things. And that, you know, a lot of people do go unnoticed, and you don't really realise, you know, how much effort someone puts in. And I feel like if people, you know, people don't appreciate you for who you are, and they don't appreciate the things you do for them, then, you know, you shouldn't be with them. You know, you deserve to have that, you know, that feel, you know, you deserve that praise. You deserve to, you know, have that great feeling of when you can see someone appreciate something, or you know someone appreciates something, and it's going to change, you know, how their day goes or something, or now you've done a good thing. And that's what's important. I feel like a lot of people, you know, they take advantage of you, and they think, you know, you do one nice thing for them, and then, you know, you do a lot of other nice things for them, and they don't really appreciate it after a while. Just, you know, they don't appreciate who you are as a person. They prefer what you do for them. And I think that's an incredibly, you know, that's an incredibly selfish thing to do, but people do it because they seem to think, oh yeah, right, well, he's now done one nice thing for us, we can do, no, he's going to keep doing that now, you know, we can, you know, take advantage of this. And you know, I don't think that's fair at all. I think a lot of people that I know especially just seem to want to take advantage of stuff, and it's just not fair. You know, you do something nice and for someone, and that's that at the end of the day. If they, you know, they can do it as many times as they want. It's when people start to take advantage. And then the thing is, they start to lose sight of, you know, what I've had to do in the past is, you know, leave people that just think they can take advantage of you. And afterwards, you know, your hope is they realise how important you are to them, and how much you really do, and how much they'll miss you when you're gone. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't realise how much, you know, they actually will miss you when you're gone. Which is just the most, that's what it is, really. You know, they start to take advantage. They don't realise how much they're going to miss you when you're gone. And all it would have taken was just to show a bit of a, you know, that appreciation, or that realisation of what you do is so, you know, that incredible thing. Or, you know, not even what you do, just who you are as a person. You know, sometimes you just don't realise that, and sometimes the little things people do, you know, like even the littlest things, like just doing something just to help you out, or something that just no one else does, that just no one else does for you. Sometimes people that just goes unnoticed, and you miss it more when it's gone than you appreciate it when you have it, which is literally the situation, you know, I've been in before, and many people have been in before. And I think sometimes you just got to show those people, you know, how much they will really miss you when you're gone. And then you know, they will start to appreciate you more, and they will, you know, really start to understand, you know, why they should appreciate you more as well. And I think that's a very important, you know, very important lesson, and very important message to, you know, that should be spread out more. Because I feel like a lot of people go so unnoticed, so unappreciated, and when, you know, they decide they want to go do something else, or when they've had enough of the way they get treated, you know, that's when they start to get missed. And little contributions that, you know, change big things, but they just go unnoticed. It's those little things that keep things going. It's like an engine. You know, you've got all the big parts, but if you don't have the little parts, it doesn't work. So it's so important that we make sure that, you know, even the littlest things are noticed. And I think a lot of people, you know, underestimate how much time and effort people put into things. You know, and that's why, you know, I've left a lot of people, and, you know, I'm not friends with certain people now because they just started to take advantage. And, you know, certainly, you know, it'll be interesting to see if they do realise, you know, the impact of you not having you around anymore. And I'll bet you, you know, that probably does happen. They probably do every now and again think, oh, he would have done this for us, oh, we kind of missed that. So I think it's a really important message to send out, that I think it's also a reminder that we need to treat everyone, you know, no matter how little they contribute or how, you know, who they are. I think it's important that everyone gets appreciated the same amount, and everyone gets, you know, seen in the same light as the next person. And all the little things do count, even though Tesco's motto is really cheesy. Every little counts. So that's basically the message that, you know, should be spread around more. And to be honest, I'd like to see it spread a bit more, because I think it's really important, especially talking for myself as well, from experience. You know, don't let people take advantage of you. They don't appreciate you. Then, do you know what? Do you know what you've got to do? You just got to leave them. It's their loss. And they'll eventually realise how big losing you was. So, there you go.